Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can instantly improve your KD on Black Ops 4. Now before I do get into today's video, if you guys do enjoy, of course, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also that like button. And also, if you guys have not yet, make sure to go ahead and turn on my notifications. I do really appreciate people having my notifications on. It really does mean a lot to me. As soon as I upload a video, you guys will be notified whenever I do, so you guys will not miss out on any of my future uploads. So make sure to go ahead and hit that notification bell if you guys haven't yet. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers, by the way, by the end of Black Ops 4. So if you are new, make sure to go ahead and hit that sub button. Also, I'd like to quickly mention that I have recently started an Instagram account, so if you guys have not yet, make sure to go ahead and follow it. It will be in the link in the description down below. It's Lukey _, so the same as my YouTube with an underscore at the end. Make sure to go ahead and follow it. I'm going to be posting a bunch of clips and videos and stuff like that on there. And also, obviously, today's video is going to be focusing on a lot of tips and tricks. So I actually do post a lot of tips and tricks on my Instagram story, so make sure to go ahead and follow it if you guys want any more tips and tricks. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get into today's video. So the first little tip I'm going to be talking about is sticking around the outside of the map. Now trust me, this is absolutely key to raising your KD and just getting higher streaks and just all of that good stuff. Now personally, I always stick around the outsides of the map. I rarely go into the middle unless it is necessary and unless I know it is 100% safe to do so. For example, when I've got a UAV or something like that. Now the reason I stick around to the outsides of the map is because you're going to be getting shot by less people. Because say for example you head into the middle of the map, you're going to be open from the left, from the right, from the back, and from in front of you, and literally every single angle possible you're going to be able to get shot from. Like for example, right now on the map, I'm in the middle, so I could literally get shot from anywhere at all. But if you go on the outsides of the map, you guys are going to get shot from only a few certain angles, which is probably in front of you and maybe to your left or right, depending on which side of the map you are on. And that is going to help you out tremendously because you're going to be coming into a lot more one-on-one gunfights where it's just you versus one more person or you versus two people, and that's going to be a lot easier for you guys to win those gunfights than gunfights when it's like 1-on-3 or 1-on-4 or maybe even the whole entire team. So it's definitely very useful to go ahead and stick to the outsides of the map. I cannot stress that enough, how important it is to stick around the outsides of the map. Anyway, the next one is going to be to change your settings. Now, this is a very simple tip and it's very obvious, but you're probably thinking, why am I even saying this? Now, believe it or not, most people, like most new players, don't even realize that you can change your settings. They just hop on the game and they come straight onto it. They don't even change their settings. They just turn the game on, go straight into a public match, and they just play with all the default settings. And that is a huge mistake that a lot of people do. So I definitely recommend you guys just changing your sensitivities. Give it a just try a bunch of different random ones out. Now the most important setting is gonna have to be your sensitivity. So personally, I use a 7.7 or an 8.8, and on this game there is something called an ADS sensitivity. Basically what that is when you are aiming in, it is how fast you move your scope whilst you're aiming in. So when you're aiming down sights, that is the sensitivity of your sights when you're aiming in, and I have that on a 0.75, which is 1. It starts at 1, the middle is 1, and I believe it goes to 0.25 and then it goes to 2, I believe. I might be wrong, but basically I use it on a 0.75, so I definitely recommend you guys giving that a go. But of course, everyone has their own personal preference to their sensitivity. Everyone plays differently, everyone has a different sensitivity, and of course every single person has different play styles, and with different play styles you guys are going to need a different sensitivity to match your playstyle. Like for example, I'm a very rushy player, so I like to have quite a fast sensitivity, so an 8.8 is quite a high sensitivity, to be fair, so I do like to have that. But if you guys are more of a slower paced player, then maybe go with a 6.6 or something like that. Anyway, the next tip is going to be to pre-aim around most corners. Now, I don't mean just pre-aim around every single corner there is in the game, because that will be a complete waste of time and that will probably get you killed sometimes as well. What I mean by this is, as you can see right now, I know there's a person here, so when I jump around these corners, I am looking in the corners straight away because I know he could be somewhere here, and I am ready if he is there. If there is someone there, I'm ready to go ahead and kill them because I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to be aiming in my sights before he is aiming in his sights, and therefore I'm going to be getting my target on, I'm going to be getting my aim on target a lot more quicker than the other person is. So that is a massive tip for you guys. Now the next one is going to be to use streaks that are like, they're not too high, but you know you can get them and you know that you'll do well with them. So for example, I'm a pretty good player, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good. So personally, I always use UAV. That is the number one, no matter what score streaks I'm using, 100% every single time, I always use the UAV. The UAV is absolutely key on this game to have a good KD. For one, it reveals the enemy's position. For two, it's only about 5 or 4 kills depending on whether you're using cosmetic device or not. And it will help you guys get your next score streaks. So I definitely recommend you guys using UAV no matter what. And then personally, after that, I use something like, as you can see in this game, I am using, I believe that it's Sniper Nest or the Attack Chopper, and then I've got Strike Team on. Now, if you kind of newish kind of players who aren't that good at the game and you guys are trying to learn, personally, I would probably stick on something such as the RCXD or the UAV or the care package. The care package is honestly such an underrated score streak, by the way. Definitely recommend you guys using the care package if you are trying to improve at Call of Duty, because you guys never know what you're going to get in the care package. For all you guys know, you could get the best streak in the game and then you could get a bunch of kills with that, and obviously that is going to help you raise your KD. But typically, I recommend a good combination of streaks for you guys, kind of semi-good players. I would go ahead with something like a UAV, a lightning strike, and then maybe an attack chopper as a high kind of one. If not, if you don't want to go for that high streak, then go ahead and use Hailstorm Missile and Lightning Strike. They are a very good combination as well, but definitely give the care package a go. Trust me, you guys will notice the care package, honestly, it will get you so much kills. I always do it at the beginning of every single Call of Duty. Sometimes when I'm trying to get a high KD, I stick on the care package because it's only about 7 kills to get, and it can give you some very nice rewards in it. Anyway, the next one is going to be to practice getting a better aim. Now this kind of links into the sensitivity kind of part of this video, and to practice getting a better aim, the number one tip I have for you guys is just running around in custom games, practicing on bots or snapping onto targets and stuff like that. So literally just run around in custom games against bots and practice on bots every single day before you come online. Before you go into a public match, just play against some bots for a few games, and trust me, you guys will see a massive difference because you're going to be nice and warmed up and you're going to be ready to play some public matches against real people. Now the next one is going to be to try a different range of weapons. A lot of people, when they are new at the game, they just stick with one weapon. They just literally stick with one weapon. They never change their weapon. They always use the same weapon, and that can be a big mistake because you guys are missing out on trying a bunch of different weapons. Now if you guys aren't sure on what weapons to use, I do have plenty of videos on my channel listing the top 10 weapons and the top 10 classes on my channel, so go ahead and check those videos out if you guys aren't sure on what classes and guns to use. Anyway, the next one is going to be and try and learn what certain people are using, what guns certain people are using. Now this is kind of a tricky one and a lot of you guys might not know what I'm talking about here, but basically what I mean is, let's say for example you see someone in the distance, try and like learn what kind of guns they have. You can tell what guns people have by the way they hold it in their hand, sorry, and you can kind of tell if you play a lot, then you guys can actually kind of tell pretty easily. So for example, a lot of time, if I see someone in the distance, I can tell that they have a sniper if they are aiming in the sights, or let's say for example that if they have a massive gun in their hand. If they have a massive gun in their hand, then that means they're using a sniper. That's a pretty obvious one. So if they are using a sniper, trust me, don't challenge it, because you guys might think, you know what, I'm going to challenge it because they're using a sniper, so they're probably not going to get any shots on target. But most of the time people just hard scope with snipers, and all it takes is one bullet from the sniper and you're going to die instantly. So if you see someone in the distance with a sniper aiming at you, don't try and kill them, just back away from that gunfight, try and find another route around the map and try and avoid that person, because all it takes is one bullet and you are just going to die. Another similar thing as well is learning about shotguns. Now a lot of times people with shotguns just get straight in your faces and this is something you have to look out for. If you guys see someone with a shotgun approaching you, then try and back off a bit, get some distance away from that person, because obviously shotguns are only good at close ranges. So if you guys keep your distance from the shotguns, then you guys are obviously going to be like not dying as much from shotguns. Now the last tip is going to be to learn the spawns. Now learning the spawns comes with just playing the game a lot, and now it's about 7 months into this game and I know every single spawn to every single map, and that can help you guys tremendously. So say for example like they're spawning, you gotta know where the spawns are, because if you guys know where the spawns are, like right now I know where the spawns are. I know that this person spawns up there a lot of the time, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that thing right there. And this is a spawn area right here, so I'm just pre-aiming it, getting ready if anyone spawns there. Also, one bonus little tip as well, look at your minimap. Just stare at your minimap the whole game, trust me. Like all the time, just stare at your minimap, because that is the biggest help that can be, because people are going to be shooting and that will reveal their position, and also you're going to be able to tell where the enemies are and all that stuff. So yeah, that has been it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a sub and a like, and also make sure to go ahead and tell me what video you guys want me to cover next. I've got a bunch more tips and tricks to tell you guys if you guys are looking to get better at Call of Duty. Once again, that has been it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to sub and like, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.